chicken and cream cheese enchiladas with red sauce. Easy breezy. It's chicken, onion, your cream cheese, of course your tortillas, and then your seasonings, which I don't consider an ingredient because it's normal to use salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. That's it. It's a one-pan method. You heat up your enchilada sauce. After you roll the enchiladas, pour it over, you're done. And it's a one-pan method. So you just take your chicken, like you're gonna butterfly it, because the breasts are so thick. And this is enough for basically, let me think, 8 to 10 people. And when I make it, of course, I'm gonna make the enchiladas, I'm gonna slice it up for samples. But all you're going to do is cut your chicken in thin strips. That's it. Now, if you are hesitant about slimy chicken, because we know chicken is slimy, right? If you're hesitant about putting it on top of each other, just separate it, run your knife through it. But just cut them very thin. You're cutting thin strips. They cook very quickly. When you get to the end, hold it carefully. And if you have a piece like this, I just cut it like this. Hold on to it and cut. That's it. And what I am going to do with my clean hand, I am going to start my pan. I'm going to put it on a medium low heat. I already have some olive oil in here, probably about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm gonna add some batter here shortly. You're gonna cook the enchiladas and the chicken, I should say the chicken, in just olive oil, a little bit of butter, salt, pepper, and garlic. Right before the chicken is done, you're gonna add your onion. I took an onion, I cut it in half, and then I just did slices. That's it. You're gonna throw the onion in with it. Then when it's done, you roll the bad boys up, you cover it in some red sauce, and you eat and enjoy. You could even prep your chicken the day before. So if you're gonna do it for dinner, and if you have guests, because this is how I became familiar with the recipe, as at a dinner party over at a friend's house. If you have guests, they can watch you make it because it comes together so easy and so quick. So I'm gonna do this one right here. I'm gonna wash my hands. Woo! And we're gonna get it cooking. We are gonna take this, because this will be for another round. And all I do, I spread it out, give a quick wash. Easy breezy. Now we're just gonna take our salt up high, let it snow. We're gonna take our pepper, garlic. I'm gonna bring it over to my pan. Oh, you know what? Gotta put the butter in. All right, now this is not for ones who are trying to watch their fat intake or trying to be healthy. And it's the holidays, so let's indulge. I am going to put this whole thing of butter in there. So don't forget, we have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here. And now I am melting a whole cube of butter, which is about 8 tablespoons. And yes, you know, I'm gonna help you clog your arteries over Christmas. So the butter is almost melted. Get it off our spatula. Alrighty, come on. You can hear it sizzling away. All right. We're going to stick all this beautiful chicken that you just sliced up, you're sticking it in your pan. Gonna stick it in your pan, separate it out. can already smell it. I smell the garlic. Okay, so one of the things you want to do when that is starting to saute away, you're just going to break up your cream cheese. Then it's going to melt a little quicker for you in the pan. So just break it up right in the package. Good enough. Let's give this what I call a shush. A shush. And I'm telling you, let your nose guide you. You can tell, at least I can, if I have enough pepper, if I have enough salt, if I have enough garlic. And in all honesty, I think it needs a tad more salt. So we're gonna add a little bit more salt. And yep, let's hear it for some more garlic. And I am going to give our red enchilada sauce a stir. Just your basic red enchilada sauce. You know what, peeps? Get help from the store. I know people who make their own red sauce. Cool beans, go for it, more power to you. But I don't. I'm an Italian cook and Mexican, so I get it out of a can. I use the mild. It does come hot if you want to kick it up a notch, or you can take the mild if they don't have in the store. If they don't have the hot, you can always take the mild and put a jalapeno in it to kick it up a notch. Our chicken is getting there. Now, this is where it's kind of important. See where the chicken is almost done? You know, probably about another 5 minutes, the chicken will be done. So this is when we are gonna add our onions. Then the onions, because you still want a little bite to the onion. You don't want a soggy onion in an enchilada. So we're gonna take them, and lots of onions. Remember, they do cook down. Let's get those onions and some of that butter and that goodness. Now, when all cooking, remember they say season every single layer. So that's what we're gonna do. Just a tad more salt. Helps bring out the juices and the flavor of the onions. Just a tad, not a whole lot. And don't forget, salt likes pepper. It's a wonderful marriage. I don't know about you, but I think this smells divine. All right, just to get those onions to soften just a little bit, we're gonna stick a lid on it and let it cook away just for a few minutes. I'll put it on this. I just want to protect the counter. I'll bring it over to you and then bring it right on back. But here's what I want you to see. See those beautiful juices? Some of them from the onion and the chicken married with the olive oil and the butter and the salt and pepper and garlic. We're gonna drop our cream cheese in. Just drop it on in. My daughter would say, drop it like a salt shaker. And we're gonna start mixing it so it can just start melting. And it's gonna create a beautiful, beautiful, not real heavy cream sauce, but enough to flavor these enchiladas beautifully. Okay, and as you can see, the cream cheese is starting to break down and melt and mix with the olive oil and the butter. And we're gonna let this simmer almost come to a little bubble to cook some of the liquid out. Now, if you want, you don't have to use as much butter, but it's the holidays, everything's better with butter. And bacon. I don't eat bacon, but it's better with bacon. But it's such an easy go-to meal. And it's healthy. You have your protein. And if you wanted to, you literally can add like broccoli and stuff in this. You really could. And don't do sauce. Don't do, a red sauce. Do a green sauce. All right, almost. Now, I gotta do just a little sauce taste. Gotta make sure. Oh my gosh. So, alrighty. These are basically done. So we are going to shut off our stove. We're gonna bring this over here. We are going to take our sauce, bring it over here. Make sure you get some chicken on there. Easy. Turn it and roll it. The piece de resistance. I love red sauce. You can do green, but I have found the red sauce with this is amazing.
And it's just the can, nothing else?
Just the can, but I use the mild. And I was telling her earlier that if you want to spice it up some, you can always take a jalapeno and put it in your mild sauce if by chance they don't have like the hot at the store or something if they're out of it.
Gotcha.
That's it. Now, what I usually do at home, let's see if I can do it here with a spatula. I usually take a little bit of this and dribble it on. And that's it. And we are done.
So it doesn't go in the oven?
Nope, you're done. Done. Now you can, like if you want to put them in one of the tin foil or a baking pan or something like that, but you would put them in to keep them warm. You don't want to bake them because they're already cooked. Everything's cooked.
Or if you put cheese on it.
Or if you want to put the cheese on it or something like that. But this is how we eat it. And I just love it because it's quick. It's easy. I mean, the longest thing was cutting up the chicken. You saw that. But this came together probably in what, 15 minutes maybe? And you have a meal, you know? We're just gonna go like this. I am gonna use my fingers. I'm Italian, what can I say? We use our hands. You know what? We're just gonna, oh, look at there, 2 got in there. This,
How'd that happen?
Because the end doesn't have a whole lot, so. He's my bro, he always has my back.
Quite tasty, quite tasty.
Very
It was
hard after
delicious.
they cool
The
down.
onions gave it a
They're
wonderful
rock hard.
crunch.
Basking
It's
in the
good. I
aroma.
love it. It tastes delicious. You guys should make it.
Oh, he'll do anything
And then
to